Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Chris Stout. Welcome back if you're already familiar with the channel or some of our other episodes. If not, welcome to this special series on a 2005 Ducati Monster project build, what we call Double Espresso. We also have, I invite you to take a look around on our entire channel, but we also have a series on a 2025 Mercedes-Benz 450 CLE Cabrio 4MATIC, a 2023 Corvette C8 Z51 2LT and motorsports racing, and a 2022 BMW R9T option 719 for motorcycle build, another motorcycle build. So in this series, we'll be going through really kind of an interesting evolution with this Ducati. I won't go reading all of these, but you can pause them if you want to look at the specific details in terms of what all this bike went through. I bought the bike on eBay when it got to me. It was a little bit of a basket case, like literally there was a cardboard box filled with spare parts and extra parts and whatnot, things and bits and pieces that had been taken off. There were still missing parts and pieces to it, and it wouldn't start, it wouldn't turn over, and it was really kind of in a sense, a bit of a disappointment. But uh, it came like a phoenix from the ashes and turned out to be just really a wonderful project bike with a great collaboration with a number of folks, which I'll do some shout outs for here. But just kind of going through, so I've got really three slides of all the different things that wound up happening to this bike. Not necessarily do we have the deletes, like we took off the front fairing and things like that, but more so the tweaks and additions and things with it. So just really a fun project bike. Big Ducati fan. This was my third Ducati, and the Ducati I did the most with. So, as I mentioned, it started off as an eBay basket case. This is actually what the original of 2005 Monsters look like. Pardon me. Mine came with a fairing originally. Not, I did not get the bike that I got came with the fairing, but the original owner, that bike came with a fairing. And this is kind of its various iterations of going through things. This is a shot that I had gotten from the original owner, and you can kind of see there the fairing showing up in it. And the bike obviously was originally in black with kind of an odd orangish red stripe and Ducati name on it. When we got into the design aspects, I worked with the folks at the toy shop. Laura, in particular, has a wonderful design eye, and she did all the wrap of it. It wound up being a wrap, not a paint. And we looked at a variety of different kinds of concepts with it, which was just kind of fun to go through some of the renderings and whatnots. And we wound up with going with, you'll see a satin 3M wrap on it. Went through the breakdown, had from Bellissimoto, there's a Pleo, I'm probably mispronouncing it, Tex, a fellow, I know he's in Europe, I think he is in maybe Germany or the Netherlands, and he has a variety of different kinds of body kits. So what you see in this image is a front fork cover that kind of almost resembles a Confederate kind of front fork. It's done in white. It's fiberglass, and it attaches to the front forks of Ducati Monsters. And then that wound up being wrapped in carbon fiber. You'll see varying shots, some with my last name, Stout, on it, done kind of in the 1970s style of Ducati lettering. And then I decided it was a little bit too much ego, maybe a little bit of a turnoff to people, and then I blacked it out myself. So you'll see in some of the later shots, the Stout is still there, but it's very subtle, which I actually like a lot more and blends in with the carbon fiber wrap of it. This is Laura at the toy shop in Arlington Heights, Illinois, prepping the tank. a lot of sanding and stuff. And this tank too, if you're not familiar with the shape of Ducati Monster tanks, or maybe just about any Ducati, or maybe just any bike tank, was just the devil to get wrapped properly. But she just did an amazing job. She's got a great artistic eye and just is really an artisan with doing wraps of all sorts. You can see all the, and I forget, 8 different times she had to lay the material to get it just the way to be right and perfect. She did not only the tank, but you can see the tail there was also done. There's some other side body parts, and then a belly pan, all that fiberglass that was like sourced from Berlin. I really did not like how the original bike looked with sort of the uh, container. I don't know if it was actually the catalytic converter or what, but the pipes went into, from the engine, the headers went into a collector and then out to the Termi pipes that looked beautiful in real carbon fiber, but had that done as well too. She wrapped it with a black carbon fiber front that you'll see in a minute. So here she is, just just diligently at work, just did an amazing job. Here's that cover for the lower part, the belly, wrapped in the red, and then that white later got wrapped in matching black carbon fiber. I should also point out here too, the little black things that you see, the verticals near the headlamp, are LED turn signals. Originally, they're flexible, and originally people buy them and then wrap them around their front forks. Since I had these covers put on the front forks, there was no fork to wrap them around, so we just went vertical. So it almost looks like like how Cadillac has sort of the distinctive running headlights, running daylights, uh, vertical. These are vertical. They're not running lights, but they're turn signals. So you'll see in some of the videos in this video with them blinking of what that looks like. And here we are kind of getting closer to the finish line. So you can see the tail's done, the tank is done, the little side piece underneath the seat, and now the belly pan. The front part of the belly pan has got the carbon fiber on it, and now the front forks are carbon fiber layered too. The turn signals aren't put back on; they're just stuck to the headlamp for temporary purposes. And then there is eventually a stripe that will be running down it, kind of mimicking the original striping. But then we also went with 3 small pinstripes, and all of that was also in material, not in paint, that mimic the Italian flag's colors. There's a tight of the tail. I just love this kind of satiny finish. It looks very different under different light situations, but just big fan of that. She just did, again, a beautiful, beautiful job on it. So from the build then to the shows, the very first show it was in was the Milwaukee Builders Invitational, which was its formal debut. It had a lot of very good reception of that, and quite the honor to be able to have it presented there. From there, kind of even higher up on the totem pole in terms of shows, we were accepted into the International Motorcycle Show in Chicago. This is the Ultimate Builders competition as well. Just an honor and kind of an I'm not worthy moment to be amongst those others with the Ultimate Builders custom bike show entry. With my little lanyard there, photo op, and then a description of it. We were number 700 under the custom street categorization. And just another shot of what it was looking like. And also, we were auctioning the bike off as a charity. And one of the things, too, I didn't think it showed in a lot of the others, but some of the subtlety vis-a-vis the wrap was that we had that satin finish on all the body parts, but then we went with just a super gloss with the, again, classic Ducati lettering and then Monster underneath. So in certain light, you wouldn't even see that, but in other light, it would show up, which I just love, that quasi Easter egg aspect of it. So here's a quick video of what it was like at the show. Here we are at the International Motorcycle Show, and here is the double espresso 2005 Monster that I've been working on forever with my friends at the toy shop in Arlington Heights. It's turned out pretty well. I'm excited to have it be here, already getting some nice positive feedback, so on with the show. And it really was fun to be there. Big fan of going to that show. I've gone for a number of years, and it was just really kind of neat to be behind the scenes and seeing stuff get set up, et cetera, et cetera. So really kind of a treat and bucket list thing. From there, then a lot of photo shoots. Here's some of the professional photo shoots in action with Keith Treader. He is awesome. They were shooting at night, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's this going to look like? But you'll see the lighting is just exceptional on it. We have more photos of this too on the website in the links below. So if you want to see more of that. And then also a lot of those photos went out to magazine coverage, which we had a lot on the bike as well too. So here's just kind of a semi-slideshow of what some of the professional photo shoot looked like and what some of the results were. It's really sort of amazing how, every good photographer manages light. This is also another good shot of it looking at, I didn't realize how the Illinois license plate sort of match the Tell Me stickers, but it kind of does color-wise. And this gives you a little bit of quasi bird's eye view of what the tank looked like with that homage to the original striping. We went with white. It was kind of an orangey red on black. This is white on red, which again is sort of classic Ducati coloring. And then to the right side of that, you'll notice some striping, and that's the Italian flag pinstriping on it as well. So again, here we are in front of the toy shop in Arlington Heights, and that same night shoot with Keith, and then Keith taking some of those shots. So really kind of cool to be behind the scenes and see an artist do his work. These are some of my shots just before it sold, or I guess after it had sold, before it was shipped. So again, now you can see with the front fork, I had blacked out the Stout. So in certain lights and angles, if you know it's there, you can see it. But this is kind of on its farewell tour. Really I missed the bike now, and just really enjoyed building it. You'll notice here, if you've got a good memory and a good eye, now it's in Wisconsin. So I've got another Veloce for plates. A sad story, a little bit of a sad story, a whoopsie with it, was that I had it trailered because where I live is kind of in the sticks. And I had it trailered to a Ducati dealership to have oil change and new tires and stuff put on it. And they scratched the film in either in the shop or whatever in transit. They made it right, but because I couldn't get it back to Chicago to the toy shop that had done that, we went with another group in Wisconsin. And we really couldn't match the film, et cetera, et cetera. So now we just kind of went with a carbon fiber stripe to cover the tank and cover the tail where the tank scratch had occurred. So that was really kind of a disappointment, but they made it right, and it did, to me, in my taste, in my opinion, didn't look as good as the original, but it was a good plan B. So again, just some more of the final shots. I just think it's such a photogenic bike and really fun bike to ride. So from there, as I mentioned earlier, I had some magazine features. If you look in the notes below, you can click on the links and go to those articles if you want to check them out and read what they had to say about it. But we were featured in Dime City Cycle because we have a number of Dime City parts on it, and you can again see in the show notes and whatnot of what came from there. We were also picked up by Revival in their homegrown section of people like me, not professional builders, working on these kinds of things. And we also were able to show up on Pipeburn, which I'm a big fan of. Check them out if you're not familiar with them. They have some just beautiful bikes, so it's really quite an honor to get in there. And then actually fairly recently, it was profiled in Auto Evolution, which was really kind of a surprise. This is even after I had sold the bike, but somehow we got continued to get picked up on it. So that was a nice homage, and I appreciated that. So I'm going to wrap up with a couple of short videos of a cold start walk around and a warm start walk around, because I just love the sound of the Desmo engines. It's just wonderful. It also gives you a chance to see. I should also say, one of the things that I liked about this, I did this on a Sport Classic Ducati that I had. I opened up the cam belts. On the Sport Classic, we didn't close them, which always kind of freaked me out because, road grime and stuff can get in there. I did find a kit where I could open them up and then cover them. So they are protected against, road grime and elements or whatever. But also one of the things I did was put little white stripes on the cam belts. So it really sort of draws your eye into the mechanics of this. Because it wasn't a dry sump, we couldn't do that. People have done that. Sometimes they've opened up the little clutch covers, but couldn't do that on the S2R. I think you can do that on the S4R, but this is what we did with this. So hopefully you enjoy this, and turn up the volume because I just love the sound. Here we are with the cold start. Pipes are cold. Hasn't been started for a couple of days. Everything lights up on the digital dash. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now we're going to wrap up with the bike was already warm, so just another walk around to kind of show you some of the features, and again, being able to see what the headlights look like and what those turn signals look like and whatnot. So here's a tight shot of the carbon fiber wrap that was then added that I mentioned earlier. Here we go. Turn up the volume. Here is a warm start walk around. Oh boy, just for me watching this makes me so sentimental, but just really did enjoy that bike. So I'll wrap up here. I really do appreciate you watching all the way through. If you like this or any of the other things, we'd really appreciate to subscribe and to like it if you enjoyed this episode. And please do look in the show notes below and check out some of the other materials and content and videos that we have on the channel, as well as podcasts if that's something that you might be interested in, or some of our newsletters as well. So if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to put them in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer them if I can. But again, I appreciate you watching, and ride safe. Take care. Bye-bye.